to the Daily Talk Show, episode 549.
See you next Tuesday. How are we?
Very good. We had Campbell Walker on yesterday. Didn't really get to do much weekend chat.
Nah, I mean, we're focusing on his brilliance.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
He's lovely.
Love him.
His illustrations are both visually pleasing and very funny.
Yeah.
5 stars.
5 stars. That's
That sounds like an Upwork gig.
a nice testimonial.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, can you give me a testimonial?
I wonder how it would go on Upwork.
Oh, I mean, you'd be busy. If you don't know what Upwork is, it's services rendered. So, no, I don't know. I actually don't know what it means.
As you said it, you didn't know.
No, I said it this morning, services rendered. I just liked saying it. Someone says that services rendered. Can you just actually find out what it means?
Services rendered.
Yeah, can you just find out what that term
It's
means?
the conclusion of a service agreement.
Services rendered.
So it's all finished.
Yeah, it's done.
So Upwork is like I would say it's like a directory / you can't just describe it by mentioning another platform.
It's Airtasker for graphic design.
Yeah, but then if you still don't know what that is, it's a marketplace for people that are skilled in graphic design, video editing, animation, all that stuff.
Copywriting, everything.
Yeah.
You can get virtual assistant. How about the Daily Talk Show's virtual assistant? I would maybe, you know what, in 2020 I want a virtual assistant. Maybe how many hours a week?
What are you going to get them to do?
$100 a week.
I mean, this is the whole
10 hours.
But that's the whole Tim Ferriss book 10 years ago. It was always about virtual assistants. We've spoken about this. People made money out of talking about how they use them and then getting people to do it. But I still never trusted them because now their business is in selling, here's how you do it. I listened to a podcast once about a guy who ran tall ships in the Sydney Harbour, and he outsourced a lot of his sales to the Philippines or something. So he set up call centres. So you can take it beyond just like someone replying to your emails. But I then did some Googling about his business and it was like horrible reviews. Okay. But he was on this podcast specifically talking about how, you just got to outsource, outsource.
There's something fun in having someone.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just about sunk cost. We're literally wasting money because it might not do anything for us. Do you know anyone, Mace, who's used them?
A virtual... nah.
I feel like Big T would get around it.
Big T?
I feel like I don't personally know anybody who's ever used it successfully.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've got no idea.
You don't want to give him access. You don't want to give him access.
What would you give them to do? Like...
Yeah,
it's another person to manage.
Email. Yeah, exactly. I've got enough on my plate. Yeah. No, I don't know.
I'm just worried about who has our bloody
logins.
Email logins.
You have to share your LastPass with them.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, that's not ideal.
No, but maybe. How about this? I think
it could be your personal admin stuff.
I think this is where it could work.
Yes.
I think this
could they get me a Medicare card?
That's too hard. That's personal. I think what we could do though, imagine this. Because it could be really shit, which could be reason why it's really great, and that's sourcing content for the show. You're going to come up with talking points for Josh and Tommy.
I've just got an idea. No. This is solid. What about a junior producer?
Oh, yeah.
From the Philippines?
Yes.
That we do 1 hour a day and they come on the show.
Come on the show.
We don't. No, we have them connected in and I can...
We've seen how badly that can go down.
But it can also be brilliant.
No, but how about we could start them off with sourcing content? I like the producer thing. So it's like, what have you got for us today?
I'd love to get them on. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I mean, we will bring them on, but they'll probably demand more money.
Yeah, no, I get it. Over the weekend when I had the MC gig, I saw Bree down in the audience.
Oh, she came with you?
Yeah, she was watching. Supportive. That was really nice.
I reacted to her story saying you looked great.
I didn't see her story. What happened?
She was just... it was just a photo of Josh on stage with Leah.
Many people. Can you paint the picture for anyone who doesn't know what's going down?
So there was, I think there was around 300 people.
Solid.
So there was a real mix, a lot of kids. So it's by a group called Friend in Me. And it's all about kids who don't necessarily fit in or don't get invited to parties.
Do you automatically feel more comfortable when they're kids, like on stage?
Yeah, I think so.
Because adults are just fucking judgmental.
Well, we basically we had like an area at the front, in front of the stage, and we wanted all the kids to come up and get ready to dance.
Great.
And so we said, everyone, all the kids, the the kid to come first up the front will get a prize. And then they thought that we meant on the stage. They were climbing up on the stage. So we ended up with about 40 kids on the stage. And then they had to jump off the stage.
Oh, no.
So, it was all fine. But no, when while I was MCing, I looked out and I saw Bree. She had her phone and like a credit card, like doing e-com.
Oh,
Just a bit of, and so I said, I made the joke when at the end, Bree came over. I said, I saw you doing just a bit of shopping online. And she said, no, I was filling up your Mikey, which was lovely. But it turns out I had, because I had these uncomfortable shoes, it's very, wearing nice clothes, hard work.
Why?
Rod and Gun hooked me up with like an outfit. So that was all good. But I had to sort out my own shoes. And so the only shoes I had were my Vans. Well, so I had my Asics or my Vans. And so the Asics are
not great choice.
Yeah. Well, your bank balance doesn't match the eccentricness of that outfit.
Yeah. And so I went with the Vans.
No, that's fine. And so what? They're flat, so they hurt your back.
Yeah.
And you were standing up the whole for 3 hours.
Well, yeah, and the other thing too is I find it very hard to keep hydrated because I don't want to have to keep going to piss. So it's this constant balance of trying to have enough water to survive, but not enough that you're going to have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, how long was it?
It started at I got there at 8:30 a.m. and I left at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And but how about this? Harrison Craig, he was doing some great Christmas carols.
Oh, he's great.
Like phenomenal. Like so good. Anyway, I was watching him do his performance, and as he's singing, he did this. And he's singing.
That's great.
And so he's coughing, right? So he's coughing off mic. But I started to panic. I was like, oh, fuck. I don't think he's doing well.
Oh, you thought it was getting real bad?
Yeah. And so I ran backstage. They had a water cooler, filled up water, and then sat in the audience with the cup trying to get his attention.
All I can imagine is this 6'2" bloke amongst
all the kids. I was seated on the like dance floor area. And so anyway, then when he didn't do it, he then coughed again. I just made the call. I just went up on stage with the cup.
And did he take it off you?
He said, thanks, Josh. And then afterwards he thanked me.
And so is he just picking it up where he's left off?
Well, so what he did, he took the tiniest, like I don't even know if he took a sip, but he just put it straight down. But then as soon as that song was done, he then sculled it down.
Yeah.
And so, because I was just thinking, speaking when you've got a cough is hard enough, let alone trying to like hit certain notes.
Josh Pitterman, who's been on the show, amazing voice, similar to Harrison actually. He did the Sydney Opera House, live television across Australia. Imagine.
Yeah, you don't want a coughing fit.
You can't fucking have a coughing fit.
No.
That's something like
Especially on that note as well. Like, what was the song you were singing?
Oh, some Italian number?
Yeah, it's the real popular
real high.
one. Yeah.
Real high or real low? I don't know.
How did Amy's birthday go?
Yes, 33. We stayed in bed most of the day.
I saw that you made pancakes.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a tradition. We have a picnic, inside picnic. And it's the first one where Bodhi really gets around it.
Sounds like snack tea.
No, it's breakfast. It's just breakfast in the morning, but sitting on the ground around a table, and it might have like a picnic vibe. I don't know. There's something that Amy really likes picnics. So do I. But
what do you think it is about picnics?
I don't know. There's something. It's like it's a bit childish to have a inside picnic, which kind of feels nice. I remember as a kid setting up tents indoors was fucking great.
I was just thinking about like doonas, setting up doonas and putting it
fortresses, and
I would love to do that tonight.
Mate, Bodhi's into he's like, I want a cubby. He calls it a cubby, and so we put blankets over the table, and he loves that. But there's a
torch. Do you remember you'd get a torch, and so you'd be able to like turn it? Did you ever do that in 97?
I remember making like the little cubby houses or whatever.
Out of what?
Like duvets and stuff. Duvets and blankets, but I don't remember having a torch.
Just anything where you're kind of in a snug little area. I don't know, it brings out this childlike nature within you. And so I think the indoor picnic is that. And so it was lovely. I've really lent into it with Amy, and I know she loves it. So I got the pancakes all ready, cooked them up before Bodhi came downstairs, and then got him down. We sat around and it was all set up, and she came down. Big reveal.
Do you think there's this
She
time
knew
of,
it was happening. But
Oh, really?
yeah, she did.
How did she know?
It's hard. Like when you've got linked bank accounts and and a kid, so and the weekends where
Yeah,
you're
what's
really
this
putting in
pancake
the
batter
effort.
on the ING?
No, I actually did. I didn't tell her. She knew. Actually, I hadn't told her, but I can assume she knows what the fuck's going on. I'm up early, and then I come into the room to get Bodhi because I wanted him to sit down, and he just sits up and goes, "What's that smell?"
Oh, really?
Cake. So he could smell it. Had come upstairs, and so he could smell cake. And so at that point,
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, he's onto it. He's onto so many things these days. Too much.
But I feel like it's also the time of year where we're just looking at things that we might turn into actual rituals or habits.
I've got one for next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's making sure. Do you have hairy ears? Can you just pull your headphone off? I haven't looked.
Inside or around?
Enough that someone who just sees you from this far away knows. No.
So I trimmed them when I trimmed my beard.
Oh, recent before
Yeah.
your big.
How do you trim them?
Just like this. So it's only not in the ear. I wouldn't like. I don't know where to start with that.
Yeah.
But just like the outer ear,
Oh, yeah.
there.
Oh, really? Yours
Because
gets hairy around there.
Yeah.
Dude, you just got hair on your balls, so.
What'd you say?
I just said he
didn't
just
have
got
headphones.
hair on his balls.
Okay.
He's that young. When you're our age, mate, you start fucking getting fuzzy
Everywhere.
ears. Dude, my next year, one of my new things, I reckon I just need a ear hair routine.
Yeah.
I had
Laser or psychologist? What are you going to do?
true.
You got to pick one.
I see how important laser is
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah.
a fair point. It does fuck with your head. No.
Or your ears.
So I want to, because I was having a meeting with a guy a few weeks back, and the longest hair within his ear coming out, it distracted me so bad. And I was thinking, if I'm as distracted as this, I need to sort my shit out.
No,
You
I
know?
like that. And so you'll probably do it because Bree pointed out doing the MCing, I needed to shave. We have a Sunday only policy because even when I try and clean up, it doesn't do a very good job.
Yeah.
Is there
It doesn't or you don't?
I don't.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't I don't do a very good job.
Yeah, sure.
And so the I shaved in the shower and we have dark tiles. And so I sort of wash it all down with the hand.
That should be
thing.
fine then.
Yeah,
What's the
but then Bree she'll get like a paper towel and go, look. See? It's almost like one of those like TVSN ads. Like, look, you thought it was all gone, but there's still stuff there. And so that happened to me.
Oh, God. Yeah. Anyway, I need to employ a routine.
I appreciate it.
So that's what I'm doing. That's one of the things for me.
Yeah, I was walking along and I passed this sign. It was a subscription. I was thinking like there's certain subscriptions. So Bree and I are going to do the muscle meals or whatever it's called.
Great. Fuck, I'm all about
my
that,
muscle
dude.
chef.
My muscle
Chef.
Dude.
chef. And so the Bree was saying, so like Uber Eats and all that sort of thing spend a lot of money. These, I think it was $157 or something for 2 meals each a day for 5 days.
Mhm.
So it's like quite good value.
What's the math on that?
I think it was $8.
It's about between $8 and $11 per meal.
It's good.
And so
value.
they're fridge, not freezer. And so they're quite
Bit more
good.
fresh, yeah.
But but I was walking past the sign, another subscription.
For the food or?
Oh, yeah, it's sort of food related. You okay? Do you need some water?
Yeah, can you run up and no.
The subscription of cheese.
That's indulgent. That's so fucking indulgent.
What cheese?
I don't know.
Are you talking primo cheese?
Yeah, so I'll read you the sign. I took a photo because I was
A
like,
cheese subscription.
I'm actually thinking
It's
of
not
doing
just
this.
tasty cheese from.
No. So it's
You cannot do a cheese subscription and a muscle meals subscription. They're the
Need something for the top of the meal.
yeah, a bit of dairy on top, just a bit of cheese on each one. So it's the I'm going to give them a free live read. Cornelius Cheesemongers, the Cheese Club 2020 monthly cheese delivery, $29.95 per month. Sign up by December 26, 2019. Go to corneliuscheese.com.au.
Dude,
Look it
I
up.
mean,
97
think about
Cornelius
Spelled.
cheese. CORNELIUS cheese.com.au. Use the promo code the Daily Talk
So
Show.
these kind of things like businesses, think about you got a small, like even a small business like this. If we just tried to do a client catch up every month where we got a bunch of people into the studio, you could have that. It's $29. It's prepaid.
I wonder how
It
much
makes a lot of
cheese.
sense.
97. How much cheese are they talking?
Yeah. I mean, how much cheese does one need? I know
Hang
we
on,
love cheese.
I'm just looking at the different packs that they have.
I went down a rabbit hole of watching Anton.
Oh yeah, from
Yeah,
what's it called?
Sex and the
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
straight guy.
on Netflix.
Queer Eye.
Queer
Yeah,
Eye.
Queer Eye. Yeah.
Anton does heaps of videos with like, the GQ videos where it's like, here's 5 things that I can't live without. And he's so good at it. And I've just been like, I've just fallen into this sort of algorithm
Of 5
recommendation
things?
engine of Anton recommending shit that I need.
Okay.
There's so many things. But he was talking about cheeses and I didn't realize this. But in the US, it's like, I guess this is the same with Australia. You can't have like non-pasteurized cheese.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Interesting. And do we
Is that true, 97?
do we have do we have it? It's
So
like milk.
apparently like unpasteurized cheese is way tastier, but it can kill you.
Jeez.
I don't know. But
Cheese.
but I have a feeling
Jesus.
I have a feeling that the cheese. So when Brie and I went to Serrano, remember that like medieval town in Italy? I'm sure that all the cheeses were like pretty full on. And Anton was saying how this cheese that he had, they put this glass thing over it, and it's for the fridge. It's because it stinks
So bad.
so badly.
Oh yeah. That's a great idea.
All cheese sold in Australia has to be pasteurized. It's illegal
Okay.
if it's not pasteurized.
And so, what does that mean, flavors wise?
So is it something to do with the milk that they use?
Yeah, it would have to be.
So it has to be. That's where the pasteurization, if it's a word, happens. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I mean, if you're a lactose intolerant, bad banter for you guys.
Yeah. I wonder if it's even. Do you think it's worse, unpasteurized, worse for people
That
with
really
lactose?
gets you? I don't know. Interesting. Cow milk wasn't drank many years ago. Did you say drunk?
Yeah.
Cow milk wasn't drunk for a long time, and then they worked out, fuck, we can get some energy here because it's hard. We're doing it pretty tough, hunting meat, and so they started drinking it. So a lot of people were lactose intolerant many years ago,
and then they sort of came around.
Well, it is like slowly, but there's a big portion of the world. I think it was one third of the world is lactose intolerant. Can't process the.
This is on the Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I think it might have been 2/3 of the world is lactose intolerant.
It was a huge amount.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. I mean, but there's still how many people eat cheese?
Well, yeah, I wonder.
I think cheese is a little bit different.
It depends on the cheese.
Yeah.
My brother can only have certain types of cheese, and other cheese he'll shit himself. Legitimately, we got it in there. We said cheese.
at least once an episode.
So
is this like the blue zone? You were reading that book, weren't you? Listening to the audio.
Listening to it
What's
on
that?
Audible. Yeah.
what happened?
It's the blue zone climate stuff. So it's where all like the people who lived the longest, they were trying to find consistencies between all their diets.
And what was it? What was in there?
It was
Uber Eats twice a day.
What was it relating to cheese or lactose?
I think that I have a feeling there's a bunch of like Asian countries and stuff where it's like mostly seafood and plant based. They their own wild fish.
Yeah.
That's sort of
They grow all the stuff themselves, all that sort of stuff.
I mean, yeah, can't get any better. So my brother, he has these little capsule I've talked about of the lactase, the enzyme. You have them and you can have a coffee with milk, and so it won't unsettle your stomach. I saw a guy, a plate came out. This is at AU79, our favourite cafe around the corner here. Brings out this indulgent waffle creation with sugary things on
so
top.
Good.
Oh
Yeah, I think it's got some what's
fairy
that?
floss.
Fairy floss,
Oh,
yeah.
it looks so naughty and so yummy. And this guy just like I see him pull out this thing. And I was like, oh, what's that? Looks like a huge pen. And then he like takes the top off and he's like twisting it.
An EpiPen.
Look, I thought it was an EpiPen. I was like, he's pretty calm for an EpiPen.
He's checking his sugar. Like
Nah, dude, he fucking loaded it and jabbed it and went, and so he gave himself an insulin injection is what I gauged it as. And then he proceeded to just eat this really naughty, sugary thing. I was thinking, I wonder if, I was speaking with someone over the weekend about it, I was wondering if it is, because you could think, oh, what he's doing is countering right now. So he's actually being pretty naughty by countering the sugar hit now.
Maybe he needs to bring up his blood sugar. Like, for instance, you know, like the jelly beans at the pharmacist.
Yeah.
The gluten.
I love the look of those.
Glucose.
Yeah, well, I think the naughty way that you could spin it is it's like this naughty thing. You can eat really naughty, but you got to jab yourself. Or he jabs himself every morning and it's the perfect optimal time to do something like eat a high sugar.
Yeah. If you can do it once a week, I reckon
100%.
My mate, Mr. Sugar, Nasan, would do that.
Does he jab?
I don't know. Well, he only found out there was a diabetic like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I wonder how much he's changed. Like when I talk to him, I ask him
if he's changed
like,
it.
oh yeah, I'm way better.
I think if you actually need insulin, you have to shift it up a bit. If you've come from being a real loose unit. It's, a kid I know who's now 19, a little bit younger, a year younger than you, probably 18.
Yeah.
How old are you, mate?
20.
Yeah, so he'll be 19. He'll be a year below you. He only became a diabetic at 18.
Type 1 or type 2?
Yeah.
Oh, the injections type.
I think they both can, but type 1 is the one that's less lifestyle. Type 2 is like
you've caused it potentially by yourself.
Yeah, through
so he's
diet
type 1, born with it, but only finds out 18 years later that he has it. That's phenomenal.
Talking about finding out later in life, that Love on the Spectrum show on ABC. Did you watch the final one, 97?
Is that the final one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's great. But anyway, like people with autism going on dates. I reckon the best TV I've ever watched. So funny,
it's
so good.
real.
Yeah.
It's a reality show. And how close are they? How close are they? Like how set up, how reality is it, you know?
It's very, very real. It's like...
It's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're going to set up... It's done by the ABC. So it's like it's got the... You get a sense that you're learning about the nuances of the spectrum and all that sort of thing.
What have you learned?
Well, it's funny. I feel like after watching it, all I can see is I look at everyone and just put them on the spectrum now and where I think that they are.
Yeah, I guess the spectrum is a
spectrum
0 to whatever, and it's a spectrum. So it's like everyone can fit into a spectrum.
Something interesting that they keep mentioning that I've never Googled, 97.
Time for it.
The spectrum, autism is only measured based on a male measurement system / charts.
Why?
So I don't completely understand it, but from what they were saying in the series, women tend to be diagnosed way later because the whole system is geared towards men. Are you finding something there, 97?
I'm just searching.
You watched the series though too. You remember him saying that?
I don't know if it was they based the system off the readings for men. I can't remember them saying that.
Yeah, in the doc.
Or can you look it up?
I feel like it's something I've seen more in males now that you say that. Like I think about someone with autism as a young person, and I think about a young boy for some reason.
I think statistically, there's definitely more diagnoses or whatever based on that.
Based on young kids.
So back on the cheese thing, subscriptions, 2020.
For you, it's I don't think it's like the counter subscription to the food one.
Yeah.
So you're going healthy food and then backing it up with high calories.
What about like high quality? Like I think it's just about having high quality stuff in your life, having a few nice things that get sent so then you don't do that. I reckon how good would it be 2020 no Uber Eats 2020
for you?
Yeah,
that's a huge.
That's
huge. I mean, I'm not saying I'm doing it, but I'm just saying that would be massive.
Do it.
I
want to try and quit something again in 2020.
Have you decided what you can do with? So I had for the first time. How about this? Went to mum and dad's on the weekend. on Saturday. When was it? 97? When did they go? Saturday night? Yes. Saturday night.
Are you looking after his diary, mate?
Yeah, he's across it now. He's got all the touch points. So I was saying,
I just asked you, how was your...
how was Saturday night?
Did you say that?
No, I just said, how was the dinner with your family? Because I think it might have been Lynn who uploaded a photo, a selfie.
On Instagram. Do you
Lynn
follow
took a selfie?
No, it was Josh taking a selfie, but uploaded on Lynn's account. I used
my iPhone because it's got the wide lens.
Yeah.
I know it was the first time going to a family thing where I had a drink. And so mum and dad don't drink red wine.
What do they drink?
Mum's more a Sauvignon Blanc, like white.
Yeah, white wine.
Anyway, so they don't drink much red. So mum has been using, she might be gifted a red wine, like expensive red wine, and she used it for cooking and stuff. It's just outright. So it was like a $50 bottle of wine. And so I was drinking that.
Classic.
But I forgot to ask her. I want to take it all from her because I feel like it would have more use from our house.
Well, you can even pay her and or exchange it for cooking red. You can buy like cooking specific red from the supermarket. You don't even
that's the thing. But don't use good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's always...
So you had a drink with Mum. Who was it? Who poured you the drink? Who was saying, who wants a drink?
Yeah, Mum did. But it's funny. Everyone's like a little bit quirky. My Auntie Helen, her partner Reese, he has a specific type of soap that he likes to use. And so the factory had a fire and they were no longer going to be stocking the soap.
Pears? What is it?
I don't know it's a special natural one. Anyway, so he went shopping and called up every retail place, found a place that had them. He said, how many bars of soap have you got? They said 250. He bought all 250 bars of soap.
Well, at like $4 a bar. $3 a bar. That's a good... Did he get it cheaper?
For years, yeah.
Yeah, did he get it cheaper based on being...
No, I don't think so. But he was like, it was such an important part of his life and he can only use that specific soap.
Wow, how often is he washing his hands?
Well, no, I guess it's like his whole body maybe.
Okay,
which
so
seems
it could be
bit
a shower
archaic.
soap.
Shower soap. When was the last time you used a cake of soap in the shower? Do you use a cake of soap?
I don't use any soap.
What do you mean?
Well, just the bar of soap.
What do you use? Body wash?
Yeah, occasionally.
What? You can use Pears.
Yeah. You can just
this is super interesting.
No, you can just get away with water. Maybe like once a week I'd use wash, actual soap or body wash.
Doesn't smell much.
No, it's fine. You just use water.
He doesn't have a girlfriend yet, so she should be fucking...
As soon as
you stink.
MVP gets...
What's MVP?
I was joking about 97. We were doing this... So we're doing
no, you don't need to bring that up. I remember. But most valuable player. I know what he means. We can't actually go there.
And so anyway, but I think that you'll need to... you just need to be cleaner. So I use goat's milk. Yeah, no, you do. But I use like a goat's milk, coconut smelling. It's very, very good.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, I used to use the cake in the shower, the Pears one. It's like a non-allergenic, whatever you call it. The doesn't have chemicals in it.
Is there anything that you would, if you're finding out something was going out of stock or out of business, anything that you would buy in bulk?
It has to be cheap. No, so I don't have a...
What if you just to take the financial bit off the table?
Yeah, but I don't have a connection to something like that. I don't give a fuck what toothpaste or thing I use. I use all Amy's products. So I'm just trying to think.
But think beyond like hygiene and stuff. Think like day to day.
What would I really...
Clothing?
What would I really miss? Nah.
If Rod and Gun was going out, I'd buy all their blazers.
Oh, would you? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've done it with like
which they're not, by the way. They're doing really well.
Great.
I mean, if Asics were going out of business,
yes,
buy them. Tuna. I mean, I've
yeah.
just done it with tuna where it's discounted. I buy a lot, but see, I just want discounted. It's more. I don't. It's not that I'll pay full price for anything. I don't want to pay full price for anything.
Yeah. I mean, if frozen berries, the entire category was going out of business
forever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of problems there, isn't there? Yeah. At that point, if that's happening.
Yeah. We probably wouldn't have the electricity to power your freezer that you need to store those fucking berries.
What about I want to get back into Mr. Pitt's deodorant, so I started using that. I even gifted you some. Are you off it now?
No, I'm still using it.
Still using it?
Still using it. I had irritation from it, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Or it was that, or you hadn't washed your underarms in 6 months because the water thing.
Yeah. Don't you think that's straight? The whole water thing's quite straight.
Nah.
What's
So you don't use soap?
Nah.
A lot of dermatologists will tell you to use water to wash your body.
Yeah, not using.
No. I don't smell or anything, so it's fine. Anyway, the Mr. Pitts, it turned out the irritation was caused because the problem was that the bottle was old. It'd gone past its 6 months.
What,
used
I
by
gave
date.
you that one. No?
Yeah.
How long had you had it for? Oh, you gave it as
No,
fresh.
I
gave it
arrived
fresh.
and it was fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was
Why did I
using
do that again?
because
You said, I don't have any.
Oh no, you know why? It's because I bought the active one,
Sure.
and it doesn't smell as nice as the fresh one.
I was like, here, have this one.
Yeah.
Because I'd gotten two, but I would like to get back into that. But I've been sort of dialing in this time of year a few habits and things that I want to do. So, for instance, I was big on IA Writer to write stuff, and so I use that still to this day. But I've now moved to Notes for all to-do items.
On your phone.
Yeah.
So.
Is that syncing with iCloud?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it syncs with iCloud. And
Which then does what?
So then it goes on my computer and on my phone and all that sort of thing.
Great.
But within Notes, it's like you can add to-do items. Bree and I already use it for our shopping list.
Yeah,
which is
a good.
good. Any other any implementations that you'd like to make?
As of next year.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like my Pocket Cast, like really dialing in the like filters. So say, okay, I want to listen to something smart. I want to listen to something dumb.
Have you dialed in the skip ads at the start?
No.
You know, so per
love
podcast, you can set to skip the first however many minutes. So like Joe
interesting.
Rogan, I start it at 6 minutes in, so I miss all the ads.
I listen to Joe Rogan on YouTube Premium, and then I don't have to listen to ads at all.
Yeah, see, I don't do any of this stuff. Like, I think this is the tech.
But this is the optimized. There's something quite fun in it. Like just dialing it all in.
Do you need to identify there's a problem, though, with the current way of doing it?
That's just about being. Do you feel like you're completely optimized?
Oh, I don't. For the podcast stuff, I just skip,
just in general,
I just skip
life.
the ads.
Just life. If Matt Diavella was to sort of follow you around for a week,
I think you know what I've found from this podcast, asking people, like we asked Gemma, do you think much about this?
Yeah.
No. It's like some people I think just don't fucking go there.
yeah.
So maybe is that them optimized or like they're just they don't, it doesn't bother them, so it's not a thing, right? So if I'm not thinking about how can I save the moments where I skip the ads and find, like if I don't identify it, right? So then if you, like you're thinking I need to understand the smart stuff I want to listen to, I want to listen to this stuff. You're thinking about that. So if you don't ever fathom
what's important to you?
Yeah. In respect to what? That's a
Life.
huge question. My family, my baby. So you're saying
Time.
then you look at those things.
Well, no, I think you then look at time. Like if time is the commodity, then saying, okay, what are you laughing
one
at?
of the things.
I mean, if you're looking at like time as a commodity, like what do you do on a Friday night when you spend a couple of hours in front of the TV?
But that's the choice. So you work out, okay,
He's either optimized it or.
No, but it's like
Well, what about watching ads on TV?
No, well, I don't really watch free to wear.
Fuck the ads. Oh, okay.
But
The
what if
one
you
thing.
wa-
Okay, got it. I got it. The one thing is optimizing my gym routine next year to be first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's good.
So that has
What
to-
about the drive to work? Is there any optimization that you could do there?
fucking all it is Catboy, Blippi, Batman.
Did you have a playlist? Do you have Bodhi's playlist?
Dude, it's called Bodhi dictates the fucking playlist. We get our
So
songs.
he's optimized.
He just yells. If that's optimization, just yelling, this one. No, I want to go to the gym first thing in the morning. The problem is it has to be around 7, or it has to be about 8 a.m., which means I wouldn't be out the door until 9. That then pushes the start back of
Wait, when does Bodhi have to get to daycare?
7:30 earliest.
And so you do You drop him off after 9 or you drop him off
No,
first?
drop him off 7:30
Sure.
And then go to the gym.
around and then go to the gym and then come to work. But I think if I
What
can,
about like a 6 o'clock gym?
no, because Bodie wakes up at 6:15, 6:30. I would have to go at 5 a.m. and I don't know if I'm up for that at the moment. Like I don't think I need to do that.
No, I get it.
What's wrong?
Hey?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
Oh, I'm just looking at Mason. You just seem like you're both mocking me or something.
No, he was saying we had 1 more minute left. He did this.
Sure.
Anything else?
Obviously not interested in what I'm saying. So
No, I'm interested. But I'm trying to work out what you can do, how you can optimize. But as you said, you don't want to optimize.
I just said I'm optimizing.
It's going to be hard.
Anyway, it's a daily talk show.
Do we have any emails or anything?
Yeah, well, we got an email from Ian.
Is this the one from the other week?
Yeah. So,
Our homie Ian Trainer.
yeah, great episode today, Gronks. This is in relation to Lisa Stevenson. The connection between you guys
How
and her.
late is each of this email? This is
The connection between you and Lisa was great. Some really interesting subjects. In fact, I listened to 2 great shows. Stacey June was also a great chat. Keep up the good work, boys. Ian.
Love Ian getting round.
he
Lisa and
also
Stacey.
loved Ash Williams' episode.
Just that's more relevant, more recent.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
He's just like fucking now. That's a weekend banter. Loose, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
People love Ash.
Yeah, he's good fun. If you enjoyed the show, please give us a review on Apple Podcasts. hi@thedailytalkshow.com is the email address if you want to send us an email. Otherwise, see you tomorrow, guys.
See you guys.